Hello. A Thing About Machines is up next, and it starts with Rod actually being on the TV, so that's nice. At least he's not on the ceiling. Mr. Barton Finchley is having trouble with his domestic appliances, and his secretary quits on him. And her little speech there about how she wants to be replaced and how you could find someone else, a three-armed woman with as good sensibilities or something to that effect. It reminded me something. I had to look it up. It's a character named Ute from She-Devil with Roseanne Barr from 1989, who makes a very big deal out of quitting as well, and just something along the lines of "Up with this bullshit, I will not put. I quit," and then she leaves. Kind of amazing. Anyway. This is the second episode in a row where they talk about Mortal Kombat, and it's just, of course, way before the computer game. But Rod mentions Mortal Kombat with the nervous man in the $4 room, and then the secretary actually says to Barton that you're locked in Mortal Kombat, and I hope that you lose. So it's something that happened 2 episodes in a row, which was weird. You can't film a live TV screen without it looking very weird, so they film it blank, and then they superimpose it afterwards, which means you have no moving shots of the TVs with the flamenco dancer, and so that's weird. I always thought it was a missed opportunity that when Rod is on the TV that they don't fade the TV and then the shot, but they actually fade the entire shot at once. It's a bit of a shame, but oh well. So you can see how it's difficult to film a live TV like that. So they have to get around that in various different ways, and you also see it when Bartley, hi Kat, when Bartley breaks the TV, and it's a shot of a still TV, and then he smashes the chair into it, and they make a quick cut so that it doesn't look weird that the picture goes away because they're superimposed on top. It looks like that. Anyway, wow, Kat. Kat is liking this episode. Anyway, Richard Hayden, who plays Barton, is an actor. He overpronounces a lot. He overacts. He's fantastic in this role. He was 55, I think, when they made this episode, and he died in 1985, so he got to be 80. I think he did really quite well because he called back to an earlier generation of degenerates and gentlemen, as they called it. Now, he has a fantastic number memory. I'm not sure if that's a thing back when people used to remember phone numbers, but he just sort of looks in his little black book and then he just dials the numbers. I'm not sure I could do that now. It might be a skill that you can hone by not having a memory aid like you do on your smartphone. But I don't remember numbers anymore. I can barely remember my number. So that's a thing. I can't. There's some excellent wire work with the shaver when it floats to attack him. Not so good when it comes down the stairs. You can actually see the wire, but when it's floating to attack him, they've done a very good job of masking it. So that's really nice. And finally, the ghost car, right? The lovely little car that chases him to his death, and it actually has a driver. It's you can see it if you pay very close attention to the very first shot when it backs out of the driveway after he leaves. You can see that there's a driver sort of leaning back like this, and then there are some other shots where you can see that there's someone down and holding on to the steering wheel. But in particular, there's this one shot where if we manage to pause it, we can actually see the silhouette of the person driving behind the wheel. It's a technical limitation. They couldn't remote control a car like that, so it looks very nice though. He's all dressed in black, and if it wasn't for the white wall behind him, we would never have seen him. They do a good job masking there's boxes on the side of the car, and there's glare from the headlights and stuff, so that it's very, very difficult to pick him out or her, I don't know. But they do a good job of it. It's a very impressive episode. we're going to get to the next episode, which is the Howling Man, and that is more of a monster thing. And I'll see you then. Take care now.